Welcome to Graeme Games. My name's Graeme. This is a game. Today I am playing the brand new WizardChess. I say brand new because the game has officially relaunched. It came out a little over a year ago, but has been so heavily refined and altered along the way that it's basically a new game, much closer to the intended end experience. It is an absolute honor for Two Left Thumbs to be publishing this game. It's very exciting whenever I get to see that logo inside of an officially available game. I have deleted my save file. I'm starting from scratch because I really do want to introduce this game fully. I will go through this tutorial section and I'll try to add some commentary to it to explain a little bit how this was planned and what is attempted to be achieved along the way. Again, Two Left Thumbs, just the publisher. 2 PM Studios, they made the game. I don't want to take credit for making the game. I always want to make sure I'm not doing that. So we are the Bard, we're the guy with the swanky hat, and the golden units are the enemies. So when you select your guy, you can move around the board in a chess-ish manner. Congrats, you have achieved the IQ of a sharp rock. Now try moving to another tile with left click. These guys are stationary, they will just stay where they are. I can explain the attack and defense a little bit more. The Bard specifically has the Clover Shield, which works a tiny bit different. The mechanics of the game can be a little tricky when first trying it out, so this tutorial is meant to really guide you through things very incrementally, so by the time you've reached the end, you should understand all the foundational elements of the game. Don't let me tell you what to do, but if you stay next to these enemies, it's lights out. So you'll notice that myself, the Bard, I have these 3 values. The sword at 0, the shield at 7, and the star at 1. We'll get to the star, but the sword is attack, and the shield is defense. Now, you don't win by chipping away health, you win by overcoming defense. So 3 attack, 4 attack, matches my 7, they broke my Clover Shield. I know this sounds crazy complex. This main character is the only one who works this way because he's like your king. You don't want your king to fall in chess. You do not want the Bard to fall in chess. So I'm gonna run the hell away. Cool, usually our contestants have a bit of muscle. Since you are useless, maybe you just run away. These doors have opened for me. These guys are stationary, they don't move. So I can cheese it out of there to live another day. Nice, you survived. Normally you'd get some rewards now, but we'll get to that part. Let's try some combat where you can fight back. You can see he follows along with your mouse, and you can move on to the next combat section here. Here we'll actually have some teammates along with us. We control all the blue units, and the green shows us places that they are able to move. So we can start stacking things up, like checking them out a little bit. He has 4 attack, 4 attack, 4 attack. He is still recovering from having his Clover Shield broken, so we want to keep the Bard at a safe distance. We have Cal, Morrigan the dog, they named themselves after each other, I guess, and Bafbeg, what a great name. Oh, these guys get a name too, Jarod and Penguin. So, I have 4 attack, 4 defense. I can position him in front, he will automatically attack, that overcomes, and the enemy is felled. So, this is where things get more complex. We now have this guy here, who we cannot do enough damage to with the Lancer alone. If I were to end my turn there, like I'll do something kind of useless, you don't quite overcome, and so the battle carries on. The key to this game, the strategy in this turn-by-turn progression, is to flank your enemies. I've made it more difficult for myself. I could have done it on like literally the second turn, but I'm trying to show that off. So now it's a matter of cornering him so we can cumulatively overcome that defense. Once we've done that, we can leave and carry on to the next section. You earn rewards at the end of combat. Vim is the currency. We can move on to the next combat room. Here we are introduced to skills. Specifically, it's going to show us how the skill works for the Lancer right here. He has the ability to jump forward to a space, and if his skill value is higher than theirs, they're automatically killed. The Lancer has a skill of 2, and this guard has a skill of 0. You can see when I select him, these are the spaces he can move, but here is where he can jump forward to. So you could instantaneously kill that guard right here, right now. But to show you kind of how this room is set up and how it's built around teaching you the mechanics of this game, these enemies don't attack, they don't move, but without using that skill, you cannot complete this room. So if I were to say, just move the Lancer, what's going to be a better way to show this? If I move this guy forward, they each attack. Even if I were to put them side by side, they don't have diagonal attacks. So they're just attacking forward. You can never flank the enemies like this. You're permanently stuck. The only way to clear this room is to actually use that skill. I just think the work that the developers put into teaching you the lessons needed to succeed in this game was really well thought out, really well handled in this tutorial. So I just wanted to pay that some attention and kind of explain the logic behind it. I just think those sort of invisible details in games can be especially cool. So here we earn some Vim again. There's at least one more combat room. Oh no, I've got you surrounded. Looks like your unit is toast. So we have our little doggy surrounded. I want to try and get the Merc in there to back him up. And oh no, what's this? The dog can bark and it chases away units. That's what happened there. But he's surrounded. Oh, bet that stings. Oh, did I forget to mention that fallen units are gone forever? At least you got some Vim, so you might be able to afford a replacement. So the lesson learned in this room is that you will lose units. You can fight these nerds or just run away again. You won't get the Vim if you run, though. Now I need to be a little bit careful. If I were to run him straight into there, they each do 3 damage. They will overwhelm him and will kill him. So instead, I want to set myself up a little bit. I don't want to just blast in attacking. I'll get schooled. So for now, he is safe. None of my units can like one-shot anyone, so it's going to be much more a matter of setting myself up. I'm still like planning here, waiting for like an opportunity to present itself where like I don't want to just slide him in. He actually has enough defense. He has enough defense that he'll survive them ganging up, so it's not quite so risky. And now we finally have one of them isolated to be able to deal with properly. He's given me another chance here. Start chipping away on the units. He kind of has no choice now but to expose himself and attack. So the enemies are going more on the offensive. And we can finally chip away at them properly. More Vim. And we have our first shop. One of the instances where you'll be able to spend and use your Vim. So this rogue, a different unit we have not had before, he only costs 6, and you can improve the defense of a unit by 2, and it only costs 3. But first, I do want to go have a quick talk with the shopkeeper. Welcome to my shop. New customer, special deal just for you. If you buy something, maybe I won't break your legs. Oh wow, what a deal. What a great guy. So there we're replacing the dog that we lost, and I can give defense to the rogue. He has the least defense. Let's beef that up just a little bit to hopefully keep them alive. The rogue is one of my favorites. They're one of the most mobile units. Ooh, this is shaping up to be an interesting one. Though you might want to take a look at it from another angle, which you can rotate the game around in order to like better see what's going on. But even more cool than that, I really love this. You can go to this top-down perspective and fully like top-down perspective if you maybe are struggling to see the angles and plan your attacks and everything, and you can still rotate it from here. And so also because of this, the game is like 100% mouse controllable. You don't even need a keyboard, which also means that it has really strong touchscreen support. It's not available on mobile devices or anything yet, maybe someday, and hopefully even just Steam Deck compatible. We would love to have that. But yeah, I love how that feels and the options that it gives. So the rogue, he can move in any direction, but then has like full complete mobility diagonally. Again, I can't really one-shot anyone, so I'm better off setting myself up a little bit. I'll get the Lancer in a better position. I think he's inside the range. So I have 2 skill, he has 2 skill. The Lancer actually wins in that battle, but you'll see if I do so, then I automatically get attacked by him, and all he would have to do is move 1 space to flank my Lancer, and then my Lancer's down. So that's where like these chess-like strategy starts coming in, and you have to look ahead a little bit and try to show some caution. I attack diagonally, these units do not. So I can position the rogue. I won't win in that attack, but I'm at least set up for the next round. And so with that, I will position you guys. You attack every adjacent unit that you can. So you'll see the Merc attacked 2 there. He was unable to overcome one of them, but at least he was able to chip away at the other. So let's position you. You'll attack both. And because of the Bard is you. The Bard can't attack. The Clover Shield, you got to worry about that. But his skill, before any attacks, give all adjacent allies an attack and defense buff, plus the Bard's skills. The Bard has 1 skill. I believe that raised the Rogue's attack. On moving, become poised. Gain an attack buff based on the skill he has. So actually, he might have been out of range for the Bard's inspiration. That was instead a matter of moving to a position and getting the attack bonus there. So that's why the Rogue was able to overcome those 2 units on his own there. You gotta start thinking ahead for all these things. Vim, and add a defense yet again. Let's keep our mercs alive. Keep them happy and healthy. You can find reward rooms. They're gonna carry a lot of the same things as shops, but these are freebies. I'll be honest, you're better than a rock, but not much better. Here's some stuff so you don't embarrass yourself. So we can add, we might as well just claim all these, because the next thing that we have to worry about is a big boss battle. Replace our dog. Dogs are like a nice support unit. Yeah, that's better. Now you're like as smart as a dog. And we can pick up some more. Is it respectable to defeat a dog in a game of strategy? It's just waiting me out there. Yeah, I'm not above proving I'm smarter than a dog. Now we have a nice big full team of units, and we can move on to the boss. The end of the tutorial, you know generally everything you need. It's a little off-putting when you don't telepathize. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. So loud. Think quieter. So you're the boss. Yes, I've been playing the golden pieces the whole time. Is this why you didn't make third eye contact? Why are you purple? It's definitely not a secret Fae shield. That makes it sound like it definitely is a secret fake shield, but whatever. Just he misheard. Maybe ask why you've been kidnapped by forces beyond your comprehension. Nah, I'm good. You're pretty boring. I'm sort of just waiting for you to stop talking. Rude. I guess we fight now? Don't touch that purple shield orb. It's sentimental. I do what I want. That's among the only bit of story that this game has. It's very subtle. It's totally in the background. You, the Bard, have been pulled into this annual Wizard Chess tournament and are being forced to fight your way free. And that's the gist of it. So, 7 health. That guy's weak. He's literally just there to protect the shield orb, which is what our main target is. You see 99 defense, like we'll never be able to do anything. Wow. His available options start bugging out a little bit. Maybe that's intentional. Seems like maybe not. I will basically just slip you into place to kill the guy that's right there. Easy target. You'll also see that the Merc was braced. So at the end of his turn, he gains a defense buff equal to his skill. So that's where that's coming from. Pretty straightforward for that character. Here, I'm going to use the Lancer's skill to launch myself forward at the Skellum. And we got a shot off on the shield there. I'm not too worried about these like peripheral monsters. Right now, my main focus is just to destroy this shield. Once that is down, the boss is now vulnerable. He'll start moving around the board, and we basically just have to try and adapt. Oh no, I moved to the wrong spot. That was very poorly managed. Totally my fault. Let's get rid of that skeleton there that I was trying to deal with just a second ago. And if you're gonna keep being like a nuisance, then I'm gonna get rid of you as well. It's too much, man. Not necessary. No interest. No thank you. I am gonna work on setting up the rogue to be able to run after there. Just one step away. His attack should raise by 3. So he should have 7 attack after moving. Oh, it was only 6. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, or that's something that needs to be tweaked. I'll run it by the devs just to be sure. And I'm just trying to set up my next move here. No finishing moves there. But you know, this turn now. Oh, they ganged up on him. That should have been more obvious that was going to happen. Now I kind of have to be a little bit cautious. You know what? I've done the same thing. If he just moves right there, he'll be able to take him out. Oh, he summoned a skeleton instead, and in some weird way that actually legitimately does help me. And now I can position myself, and teamed up with the Merc there will at least take out the Skellums, leaving this guy quite vulnerable. Zimzam, I believe his name is. I actually got pulled away in the middle of recording here, so I basically ended up having to close things and start over at a very inopportune time. Overall, this run has gone better for me, even though I'm kind of a little bit getting beat up on here right at the home stretch. But yeah, the board is kind of a little bit reset. I feel like I ended up with slightly stronger units, better, lost fewer along the way, better distribution of upgrades and the like. So I feel like I'm in a good place. Now I just kind of have to set myself up to truly take advantage. If I try to use the skill against the boss here, the Lancer's skill to jump forward, it doesn't count, but you do still jump ahead. You can't kill the boss with like a one-shot, but you at least are positioned next to the boss and still perform a regular attack. Huh, I did it. I'm the best. Yeah, you bet, Bard. You're 1 in a million, bud. Oh, you think you're good at this now? Well, that's all the help you get. Let's see how you fare in a full game of wizard chess. Extra Vim to spend. And now, new opponent unlocked, Cormag the Abrasive. This is where the real game begins. It's all just tutorial, get you familiar with things. When you go to play the game, you can go back if you want, but Cormag on his mountaintop, this is the real deal. When you first enter this section, you are in the preparation room. And so this is not actually the game. I just want that to be clear. These are dummy scarecrows that have no attack, limited health, they'll move around. But it's just for you to play around with different party compositions, which right now, I don't have anything other than the most basic version. You have to unlock more by playing the game. So you can just immediately get going on things. Here, we can finally see how the full map looks when it's not a preset path for the tutorial. I love this sort of Tetris-y block style approach. So in the first step here, I'm blocked and I have to choose a combat. These levels are all randomly generated, the enemies you face off against. Sometimes it spawns in such a way that you kind of get a little lucky. Like here, my Noon Lancer will kill Wash the Sturdy just right off the bat, 4 attack, 4 defense. I don't have to do anything there. The dog can't really do anything here, and if he moves that skeleton, the dog is absolutely cornered. So I want to run the dog away to at least save him for not having the easiest kill imaginable. I'm not, you know, out of the woods yet. The dog pushes people away with his bark, so in that position, he should be safe. He'll bark. That gnome guy, the gnome, it's just a funny way of spelling it, saves me a little bit there. I'll back the bard off so I can more easily access those creatures in the back. One more down. Oh, do you know what no, I couldn't have left my lancer forward because the gnome was there. I'm a little bit scared of this imp. The imp has pretty high attack, but he can't one-shot anyone. I'm still protected from that. So instead, I'll just get my merc lined up. Oh, he did. That should have been easily foreseeable. What have I done? Now I need to be so cautious, because, like, so many things that I can attempt to do. This is not a good first room. This is not how I wanted things to go. I basically need to set them up away from their units so they can't get too positioned against me. There we go. He's isolated himself. I can get the kill in. And you positioned yourself to use my skill. Oh, the dog pushed him away. The dog's working against me. We're supposed to be a team, puppy. What are you doing over there? There's like no way around that. I literally think I will have to just move my guys. The other option is to move the dog. Maybe he would chase the dog. Let's see where he moves if I do that. He'll bark, raise his attack. And I still have to move. There it is. Raised enough to take him out. Not great to lose a unit in the very first room. Luckily, there's a reward room right off the bat here. And nice. I got a replacement already. Bonus attack. I will put that on the merc. How about that? And you'll see, as you access a different area, you reveal more of the map to yourself. So all of this is hidden. You don't really know what it is. You do get to know where some reward rooms are to encourage you to explore the map a little more. 7 Vim. I might not afford everything, so I'll avoid the shop for now. When I do this combat, these 2 adjacent tiles will reveal themselves the next time I'm in the map. So you can kind of start trying to plan your route on that a little bit. Let's see what sort of matchups are going on here. You will kill that gnome over there. These imps are frightening. They move... How do they move? The gnomes move diagonally. Oh, the imps skip a space. So, you know, that it's a little bit in the way there, the description. But he can move to here. So they can't really position themselves in any way that I'm scared of. With the raised attack on Titch, I'll sneak him in to take out this imp. This lancer will take out the gnome. That's like an excellent first turn. Thank you for acknowledging how excellent that was. That went exactly as I would have hoped. See this? A little bit more of an open map. Some upgraded units. Faring a little better there. And from here, it doesn't matter what I do. We'll be able to take them out. Whew. Bit of a relief on that one. And now you can see, first we should collect our rewards. Vim, additional skill, which is really useful with the rogue with his poised. And the lancer can get an attack bonus as well. So now I can access the trade offer and the combat. The trade offer is if I straight up just disliked one of my units and wanted to be rid of it. I'm going to do this combat first, access a couple reward rooms on the other side of it. High defense up here. If I were to just go for it, Titch at this, what are these things called? Sheldon. They're Sheldons. That's cute. Then he would get killed. He would get ganged up on. Their whole thing is that they can throw a projectile at a targeted tile on a vacant square and they create a new unit. So if I'm not careful, more and more units are going to start spawning into this battle. I think my best bet is to attack the Sheldon kind of off to the side there, See, that's one of the crabbies that they've now raised. I didn't think they would move this one, actually. I could at least jet over to there, and I would kill this Sheldon. Because you can see, this is something that doesn't even come up in the tutorial, because it's a sort of emergent thing. Oh, I didn't realize his defense was low enough. Shit, I love the rogue. No. He's traitorous. Give all adjacent allies -2 defense for a turn when slain. So if I were to take him out, he would make the surrounding enemies weaker. That other Sheldon over there had a thing that just made his defense worse. And so you got to pay attention to some of those things that start layering into the game as well. That's where it starts getting complex, and the strategy and the chess-like qualities of the game really present themselves. I'm going to set my Merc up for a better offensive maneuver. That's a little bit annoying. That just straight up got in the way, honestly. Stopping me from doing what I wanted to do. He'll be fine. He'll survive. And I should be able to take them both out on this turn. But not great. Not great to lose the rogue, especially when I had, like, invested skill in him. Luckily, I have a new one available to me here, but he comes with the trait Injured. 1 in 6 chance to take 3 additional damage when attacked. I mean, I'll take Don J, because my team's a little low. And, oh, Razor the Boring. He is pretty boring. He's like an incredibly standardized seeming unit. But here's where the trade offer could come in handy. I'll visit there next. Yet another Mercs. That's a lot of Mercs, but gain 1 attack for each friendly unit of the same element deployed. You can see that he is wood. It says it directly under Einar, his name, above his attack there. And I have fire, wood. I honestly forget what that swamp or something, fire and fire. I kind of forget what that one is. I believe that one's wood. Maybe this is wood. That might be wood, because the green, it's written in green there. I don't want someone who just randomly takes more damage. So down into the pit you go, tossed away, no thank you, and instead I've got Einar. And now all of a sudden I'm just so deep on Mercs. My entire team is being Merc based. Hopefully I can gain a little bit something extra to use here. Well, let's just focus on keeping you alive. I'll distribute those defense bonuses around a little bit. Let's head towards the next major reward room. There we have another Lancer. Temporarily gain 2 attack after being attacked. Vindictive, pretty useful. And Nimble, temporarily gain 2 defense after moving. So I could really focus on, like, positioning. Moving guys around, knowing that they'll get benefits after moving. I have quite a bit of Vim. I'll check out the shop. And then one more reward room. He has biased blood. Lose 1 attack for each friendly unique element deployed. He's metal. I have quite a spread of element types, and so I do want to be, like, careful about that. Of not piling up on him too high. I think I would instead, it's just a bunch more Mercs, and he's cowardly, a dog, another Merc. He's blood blessed, gains extra defense. Biased blood and blood blessed. There's both going on. I think I could also just remove units, just like outright. Let's try that. You know, this guy's got a bad negative effect attached to him, and I chuck him in the pit. That refreshes the room. That's what it is. Right. So now I have these rogues, actually, which I do want. Gains 2 defense after being attacked. This guy doesn't have any bonuses, so I'll take hit throw, the cautious. Oh, I spent too much. Damn it. All right, I can't get anything more out of that shop. I committed a little too hard there to one section like that. See, that's just another one. I'll take the Lancer, but oh my god. This is an early game, right? I only have a handful of units unlocked, so my odds of finding new and complex units are low. You'll notice I have like 10 units at this point, but when you start a level, the amount of units you have works out relative to the amount you're going to face off against, which is determined by the size of the combat room. So you don't actually take every unit with you every time. So you can't just max out 50 units and then, you know, be set forever. all these things have a lot of defense, but not a lot of attack. No single one of them could defeat a unit in one shot. Not even the imp, actually. So I'm just gonna... No, I can do a jump ahead here with the Lancer. So I might as well take out that one guy, and then we'll adapt. We'll see what he chooses to do next. You're a little bit strong. Although I don't really want to move you forward because you'll get ganged up on. I'm just trying to be mindful of that. Let's move you. Kind of block off his pathing a little bit. You've exposed yourself. And you know what? Give some attack bonuses all around. Way juiced up enemies. And this poor little lone imp just doing his own thing. I guess I just wedge him into the corner there. Can't get out. Oh, he can jump past though. That's like his whole thing. Whatever. Because now I'm going to use the dog, give him a boost. I had a lot of options there. I could have moved units around. Whatever you need to do. A little bit more vim. I'm still not ready to visit another shop, so I'll initiate another combat and try and load up with a little bit extra. I do need to kind of get in there and support my boy. Take out the Skellum. Oh, 7 attack. That one actually has a little extra going for it that concerns me. I'm mostly safe, though. There's a few key units he could take out. I just need to try to not put them in a position where they get ganged up on. Let's start pinching against Quenk. What's your plan here? I could go put some pressure on this unit, force him to pop out. If he does, he'll be easy to surround. Alright, at the very least I have him cornered. So I'll just hold Ivanov off in the corner there. Oh! He give all adjacent enemies +1 attack for a turn when slain. When he's slain. Was I just not paying close enough attention there? That's bad decision making. Let's start moving guys around. You have not Kodar. Have not taken part in this at all, my man. Largely forgotten, it seems. Come on, you sneaky little imp. Alright. And after a certain number of turns, the doors just automatically open and you can bail. You can get the hell out of there if you feel you're cornered and you got no options. I honestly don't know if enemies can flee. That would be pretty funny if he just bailed entirely. And that would be just like less vim to be earned by me. I'm just doing some mental double checks on the actual values and everything there. Oh, that's no good. I don't want that. Please don't hide away over there. In that case, I need to get like a Lancer involved, I think. Oh, good. He's back out. Yeah, he has to move. He has to move on his turn. So as long as I don't corner him sooner than necessary, he'll be exposed, and it's no biggie. Takes a little bit more to overcome than it initially feels like. Oh, bonus attack is always good. Ding dang. I wish I had a rogue. They're just quite useful. I'll take this shop first, because then I'll at least have a path to the boss if I decide I want it right away. Is the cowed, you know what? I'm going to throw you away in the hope that I unveil like a rogue. Damn it, not what I wanted, really. I don't think I'll buy any of those ones. Instead, I just want to raise everyone's defense to hopefully keep them a little bit more alive. Just a little bit more, at least. Yeah, and I guess I'm dropping the skill on, like, the dog. Could use the dog to raise people's attacks. I'll do this combat here. I'll earn some vim. I'll do one more stop at the shop, and then I'll go into the boss battle. But the boss battles can be pretty tricky. Oh, he's got something so negative against him. Loses 1 attack for each friendly unique element deployed. So there must be a lot of elements here. We have air, wood, fire, wood, and fire. But it's enough that he's lost 4 attack and is down to 0 attack. So he's just an utterly useless creature at this point. This imp could run in and kill my dog. Dang, not how I want to spend my first turn, but I do want to keep all my units alive at this point. Like, it really matters for the bosses. So that felt like my best option to achieve that. You can take out that 1 skellum at least. Just try to chip away. Just look for those opportunities. See, his attack went up 1 because I took one of those elements off the board that was working against him. Raised attack from the dog. He had to move the imp, otherwise I was going to Lancer him. You know what? But he's opened himself up to be cornered. Or, intersected. This is going okay. I'm okay with all of this. I had enough units that I should be fine. There's nothing much else to be done here. It's just going to be a couple quick turns of getting myself in the right place. The dog is going to chase him away again, which honestly is a little... I don't think I quite want it. I want the Sheldon to come out, be a part of things. The dog will bark, but he'll have nowhere to go, so that won't matter. And that's about the only place he could go. Here's my thinking. He'll move back into that same spot. He might move there, I guess. Ah, dang it. That's exactly what I didn't want you to do. It's fine. We'll get through it. There we go. Around then, I should have enough Vim. I have plenty of Vim at this point. Defense upgrade again. Let's give my nice nimble boy a boost. Make him good and strong. 1 rogue, the Vigorous. Gain additional Vim on surviving a combat encounter. I will give him additional skill, additional defense. I want him. He's a useful guy. I don't think I need 2 dogs. The fact that dog has attack is kind of cool. I was thinking about resetting things. I don't have that much Vim anyways. I think that's enough. I think I've cleared enough. That's a lot of additional combats I could do, potentially to earn some good rewards on the other side. I really like those lead into the boss battles. So, this is where runs completely are decided. I personally find the early stuff to be relatively easy. You still make mistakes along the way, but here's where it gets tricky. Lots of units on the board, 2 shields to take down. When he gets involved, he just starts wrecking things, so I have to be super cautious of that. Lots of high defense units, especially that guy. Holy crap. Scared of him. Your attack will raise once you move. That guy's high attack too. So I should be able to take him out if this works as intended. Didn't quite work out how I wanted. No! Mistake! Yep. That's not a great start to this. That rogue! I was all excited about the rogue. Jeez. Okay, there's very little I can do where I'm not setting myself up to be surrounded. He has so many units he could move, you know? Oh my god, these Sheldons, I gotta try and take them out as quick as possible, because I cannot afford to fight against that amount of units being continually deployed against me. I don't want to move him. I don't want to move anyone too soon. And have them just get screwed. I'm trying to look ahead and see what I can get away with here. The dog is borderline in the way, you know? I think that dog's a little too in the way. I'm going to move him so I can start positioning other things as needed. There, that's good for me. That Skellum, he could move that Skellum up and kill this guy. He could kill him anyways, actually. So that's concerning. I'm actually very, very lucky he didn't do that. Here's an interesting tactic. Oh, actually, maybe it's stupid as hell. I was gonna move this, and it would bark and move the skeleton away from me, but he would just move back and kill the dog then. So that doesn't do me much good. There's a lot of things he could do with this guy in particular that he's not doing right now. And so in general, I'm just kind of lucking out, I think, in that regard. So I want to try and position things. How do I stop that from being a major, major disaster? That singular unit has me totally backed off here. I'm like scared to do much else. The AI, I believe, has some randomization between runs. I think we kind of have to take that out. And so maybe this is a more defensive AI. I liked that unit, man. I wanted him to stay. Ah! Okay, I want to try and take him out from a safe distance. Oh, he's getting more skeletons involved here. 10 defense. Oh, well, that's not gonna work out smoothly, is it? Please don't move him. Ooh. Oh, but I'm just leaving myself exposed. That 8 attack is too scary. It's singularly affecting what I can do here. So, I've taken out that one thing. Now what? Now what can I do? Your inspiration. Adjacent allies. I believe this counts as adjacent. We'll see. Will it go up to 7? Oh, I don't think that counted. Oh, no, 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 no. They're gonna gang up on him and break his clover shield. So, the next time 7 damage is done to the bard in a turn, I lose. It's as simple and sudden as that. What can I do? Neither of you will be able to kill either of those. And so I genuinely need to flee the bard. I have to. He'll start recovering the shield. It'll take 4 turns. It's not a totally written off thing just yet. Oh, that dog is dead now. I'm getting hosed here. Wow, this was a disastrous boss battle. One that it's appearing I might not make it out of. Let's start moving you somewhere else. Let's see if I can set something up a little bit longer term there. Maybe now is not the time to be thinking in long terms. Sure, take out that little crabby. Oh no, 4 and 4. 4 and 4. He's safe. The shield is recharged. That's back. Get the Lancer in there. Like, there's very, very little chance I can pull this off at this point, but miracles have happened before. I'll just start getting you moved over to here. Like, I still have to live long enough to take out those 2 shields and everything. 4 and 4. You guys are a non-threat as is. So I will continue to let that play out. Do you know what I should have done? I should have moved the dog to raise his attack. I would have been way better off. No! No, they got him again! So now I have to piece him out all over again. Oh my god, you're ruining all my setups here, guys. I'm just on my toes this entire time. Oh! I had to move the bard. And that probably about does it. Like, I think I'm thoroughly boned at that point. Let's rally to the bard, because at least he can sing his little songs of inspiration and protect me in those minor ways. Ooh, ooh, there we go. There's an opportunity to at least take something out. This is getting better. This situation is improving. Let's get the dog over there to do his thing, I guess. Not really. If you're not careful, I'm taking you down. That's 4 and 4. Oh, we could move him over, though. And that would do it. I can go offensive here, strictly to make sure he stays alive. Take out that one weak guy. He can't position enough units in that singular turn. You have opened yourself up to be Lancered. Get Lancered. See, the boss basically chills until you start attacking the shields. And normally, it is beneficial to kind of just go at it and try and overcome that and just deal with it quickly. I have not had that luxury whatsoever. I can boost his attack between the bard and the dog. One more down. See, it's kind of fun to stick it through a little bit, mostly to just show how these strategies start layering together and kind of what you can do with that. But I am effectively screwed. And maybe if I've taken my time here. Oh, he's starting to get involved. I've done enough now that we've passed over. If he's activated, if he's moving around regardless, then I think it's time for me to get on the map here. What am I trying to say? To start taking out his shields is the main thing. That's what I'm worried about right now. I'll give him his little inspiration to give the attack needed. Okay, maybe he's just running because he's lost enough units. But now, it might be until the second one is down before he starts getting properly agitated. Yes, the worst place you could have positioned yourself. Now is going to be a many turn journey of getting myself over to there. I have 7 damage. He does 7 damage, and so I want to make sure the bard is away. I can't risk him being made vulnerable one more time. Let's see. I think I can do this in just a few moves. He is about to get pissed. Purple ogre, defensive ogre. Oh, that's not right. Of course that's not right. You need to be adjacent for the inspiration. Oh, do you know what? Now he's going to be red and pissed, and he's probably just going to go straight at that guy. Luckily, just barely has enough to stay alive. Can you hold out, man? If you hold out, like, just a couple turns, the ogre has, like, skills and things it can start using. So I gotta be careful. You fool! I think that's it. I think I pulled it off, actually. Yeah, okay. Huh, I did it. I'm the best. Never give up, never surrender. That was a disaster. I can't believe it came together. You gain some Vim at the end. Honestly, I don't know why you gain attack because the run is over. Now here, you can spend the remaining Vim you had, so it encourages you a little bit to try and save it up through a run to start unlocking additional things. If or when I play more of this game, so much more variety and depth is added with additional units, so I want to buy at least one. The Archer is now available in rooms and shops, and I'll show off the unlocking of an additional party. So here, you would instead start with a Rogue instead of Merc. Usually you would have, I think, Merc, Lancer, Dog, so I've added that. 10 more remaining, I'll unlock a trait. Veteran, permanently gain +1 upgrade to a random stat after surviving a combat encounter. So the longer your unit stays alive, just the stronger he gets, which I think is really cool. Return to title, and if I were to now say I want to play, again it would be against Cormag. You'll see I have this secondary option. So Merc, Lancer, Dog. One of the Mercs is now the Rogue, the Core 4, and Later on, you'll start unlocking ones that have some of your new units, like you would have the archer available, things like that. You start populating this main screen with the new units you've unlocked. I really like the archer. The archer cannot move and just has a ranged attack equal to the archer's skill. So you can invest a bunch in the skill, and the archer can start sniping things like across the map. It's a fun unit to play around with, absolutely. And you just keep adding, keep adding, keep adding. The game is out now. It's in early access. More to come. You can see there's going to be multiple additional bosses. Right now there's this one biome, but with all the additional units and parties and elements and traits and randomized maps and everything, there's a ton of replayability here. But the game is just going to keep getting added to, keep getting bigger. It's only $10. It's on sale this week, so you can go check it out for yourself. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.